Hello, folks. This is a special edition of my show, The Stuart Dahl Show, starring myself, Stuart Dahl. I'm coming to you live from my house right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, on this Thanksgiving long weekend, where most families are, have their, either their dinners tonight or tomorrow. Some do them, or sometimes some families like they have a dinner tonight and then another one the next day and that type of thing. But I think this is just just a week, a long weekend, to give basically thanks, to those, people that, to the people that, care about us, like our, like all the moms and dads and grandparents and that. But I think it's also another weekend to be thankful that most of us live in a free free democratic country like Canada. Like for example, I'm German Canadian. Like I have dual citizenship between Germany and Canada because I was born over in Germany and my birth certificate is in German, and I have German citizenship too because of my German heritage. So that's why I have dual citizenship. But regardless of that, it's also another. If it wasn't for, I would like to take this opportunity to basically thank those people, men and women that serve Canadian serve Canada in the Canadian Armed Forces, in the Navy, the Air Force, the Armed Reserve. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we all say thank you for your service. And I would also like to take this opportunity to also thank my dad, Michael Dahl, for his over 20 years of service to this country in the armed forces and that. But again, this is YouTube, so you guys can forget it. I'm not telling you where my dad lives, the town that he lives in, nor the province that he lives in, because it's basically none of your beeswax. Anyways, but yeah, and then okay, and then on that note, the current temperature right now, as it stands, it's about 8 degrees, and it's with mostly cloudy skies. And the winds are out of the southeast at 38 kilometers an hour, gusting to 48 kilometers an hour, with good visibility at 24 kilometers, which is a good thing. And then tonight, low is going to be a high of is a low of minus. Tonight's low is going to be +5 with winds out of the south gusting to 50, from 50 gusting to 70, then diminishing to 30 early this evening, and then becoming light after midnight. And then tomorrow on your Thanksgiving Monday, it's supposed to be 8 degrees and mainly cloudy skies, and then there's about a 30% chance of showers tomorrow night. And then there's the same thing Tuesday. There's a 40% cloudy, 40% chance of showers, 5-6, and then I really, for you people on YouTube, I really hate to be the bearer of bad news. Actually, I really don't care because all you on YouTube that live here in Winnipeg or in Canada in general can suck it up and grow a set. By the way, uh, Tuesday night's low is going to be a low of -1. Oh my gosh, people are going to be complaining like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Oh my gosh. And yes, I'm making fun of those people and that complain, even if it's -1. You know who you are. And but anyways, on that particular note, On that particular note, let's just get in to get in to a news related subject. Um, what was I going to say? Anyway, um, just bear with me for a couple minutes. My stuff is loaded on my tablet. But in the meantime, looks like uh, uh, CFL CFL season, like, it's starting to wind down now, and it's starting to become really interesting. You know what I mean, type of thing. Uh, and oh, here are a couple CFL scores from Week 16. Like, Week 16 is not complete yet. But the two games Friday, the Saskatchewan Roughriders won 32-30 over the Ottawa Redblacks, where the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won yesterday 35 to 30, 37 to 35, which means now they have a playoff spot thanks to their win against BC. And then the other two games tomorrow on Thanksgiving Monday to cap off Week 16 will be Edmonton versus Montreal, and then Calgary versus Toronto to cap off Week 16. So that is week 16 in the CFL. And also week 17 kicks off on Friday night with a CFL doubleheader on most TSN networks. First, it will be the Ottawa Redblacks taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats at 6 p.m. And then the later game, it'll be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in a rematch against the BC Lions at 9 o'clock. And then on Saturday, it'll be a doubleheader again. It'll be the Saskatchewan Roughriders taking on the Toronto Argonauts, and then the Montreal Alouettes taking on the Calgary Stampeders. And that, folks, is and that'll be week 17 of the CFL. Hang on. Oh, and here's some scores from the MLB playoffs. In Game 3 between the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Washington Nationals won 5-2. And the other games will be Game 3 in their divisional series, ALDS series, or the long version, American League divisional series. It'll be the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Texas Rangers. And then the Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series between the Boston Red Sox and Cleveland Indians has been postponed. So more than likely it'll be played at a later date. So, and that. What else? There you. And for you people that are on YouTube that are WWE fans, sorry that it was taking a couple minutes. Everything was just loading up on my tablet, so bear with me. Anyways, as you probably know, WWE No Mercy, which is the first SmackDown brand pay-per-view since the brand extension, and the first No Mercy pay-per-view, mind you, since 2008. Tonight's pay-per-view will be coming to you live from the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California, and and here are the matches that'll be taking place. There'll be two matches on the No Mercy kickoff show. First, it'll be a one-on-one match between the All-American Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin, and then the other one will be an eight-man tag team match. It'll be the Hype Brothers of Mojo Riley and Zack Ryder, an American Alpha of Chad Gable and Jason Jordan versus the Ascension of Connor and Victor and the Von Dillons of Aiden English and Simon Gotch. And then the other matches tonight will be a triple threat match for the WWE World Championship. It'll be the current reigning defending champion AJ Styles defending his title against not only Dean Ambrose and John Cena. And for you people that do not realize the significance of this, John Cena is chasing history. If John Cena wins tonight, he will tie Ric Flair in becoming a 16-time world champion. And then also the other matches. There's one for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It'll be Heath Slater and Rhino taking on the Usos. And then the other matches for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Basically, it's a title versus career match. It'll be The Miz taking on Dolph Ziggler. Basically, if Dolph Ziggler wins, he not only keeps his job in World Wrestling Entertainment, but he's also the new Intercontinental Champion. If Dolph Ziggler loses, then he has to then Dolph Ziggler must retire. And so that's sure to be a physical match. And then the other matches, singles matches, it'll be Randy Orton taking on Bray Wyatt, and Nikki Bella taking on Carmella, and then Kurt Hawkins versus to be announced. So I don't know who it is, so I can't tell you that information, anyways. And that's basically WWE No Mercy is shaping out to be a awesome pay-per-view. This article from the BBC News is titled "Trump Camp on attack ahead of debate." U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and his team come out fighting after a slew of attacks over his obscene remarks about women. And you all know who. For you people that are on YouTube, you all know who Donald Trump is. He's a billionaire, but I really hate to say this, Donald Trump, Donald Trump can act like such a tool at times. No offense, by the way, but you know, there's some people that don't agree with Donald Trump and there's those people that support Donald Trump and that. And for me, I really have no honest opinion when it comes to this political matter. But if I had to, if I wanted somebody to be president of the United States, I would rather it be Hillary Clinton. At least she has a brain and is bright enough to actually probably make smart decisions compared to her counterpart, Donald the Bonehead Trump. And like it it really amazes me at times. Really the stupidity at times. Oh, and this is also a news article from CBC News. It is titled Trump re oh, I can't pronounce it. Rape allegations against Bill Clinton in a bid to tarnish Hillary. Like I'm thinking before I read this article, I'm thinking, really, Donald Trump? Really? Really? Why do you have to act like such a thick an asshole? Pardon the language, by the way. Sometimes people do warrant, that type of language anyways. So, anyways, on that note, I was before making a I was before a make or break presidential candidate. A defiant Donald Trump unleashed an aggressive and political dangerous personal attack on Democrat Hillary Clinton on Sunday by seizing on unsustainable rape allegations leveled against her husband years ago. The point in unproven charge against Bill Clinton, outlined in an interview that Trump tweeted, it makes a dramatic escalation in an already nasty campaign as Trump seeks to deflect fallout from his own sexual predatory comments. The interview by a pro-Trump Beer Breitbart website described Julie Joan. Oh, I'm not even gonna pronounce the name in that. Basically, or her name, but she revealed revealing brutal rapes. Her lawsuit against Clinton was dismissed in 2001, and criminal charges were never filed. He has denied the allegations. Trump's approach, which is foreshadowed a likely debate stage attack, threatens to undermine his already weak standing with many women. It comes as he faces unpredicted opposition from within his party just a month before election day. More than 2 dozen Republican office holders have declared since Friday they will not vote for Trump. Many have called for him to step aside after his vulgar descriptions of sexual advances on women, which were revealed in a recording. I thought about years ago from now. My daughter Kate is old enough to that that know what is in those tapes and understand that he is what he's talking about. New Hampshire Senator Kelly Ato, and sorry for the mispronunciation of her last name, said that her 12-year-old daughter during a press conference Sunday. The press conference Sunday. I want her to know where I stood. On Sunday, President Barack Obama suggested Trump insults people because he's insecure. Without saying Trump's name, he said the reason why Republican presidential candidate has disagreed veterans and people with disabilities and Mexicans and other during the 2016 campaign. It tells you that he is insecure enough that he pumps himself by putting others down. Obama said at a Chicago fundraiser. He said that the unbelievable withdrawal from Donald Trump has been disturbing. I don't need to repeat it. There are children in the room, he said to laughter. In enormous task for Trump. Trump's task on Sunday's debate is enormous. Even before the recording was made public, the businessman lagged behind Clinton in an undisciplined first debate. Beyond concerns about his view of women, he's struggling to overcome deep skepticism about his temperament and qualifications to be commander in chief. Trump focuses on Bill Clinton's past was backed by a top surrogate, former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, who equated Trump's latest controversy to actions of Hillary Clinton in the 1990s, when her husband struggled through the fallout of his own sexual transgressions. Over the objections of CNN's Jake Tapper, Giuliani stated that Hillary Clinton was the leader of an attack against women who Bill Clinton sexually assaulted and sexually abused, and that. So I'm not going to continue reading this news article, but you really kind of get the general point of how this campaign and that is going. Like like sometimes the stupidity of people really amazes me, and that what really amazes me is the fact that Donald Trump like I said, he puts people down, like he puts people with disabilities down, he puts Mexicans down, and like it's like really, really, dude, how about you all do us a favor, step aside, and piss off? Like, and sorry for that, folks, um, but yeah. Anyways, here's another article from BBC News website. It's about Hurricane Matthew. It's titled Haiti in National Mourning. Survivors of Hurricane Matthew in Haiti have picked their way through a devastation to attend Sunday church services, seen worshiping outside buildings because they were destroyed. The Category 4 storm is to believe that it to have killed not as many as 900 people in the Caribbean country, and a Carla breakout is the next big concern. And sorry for the mispronunciation, but type of thing. The weakened storm is barreling up the U.S. coast. Storm barreled up the U.S. coast, killing at least 16 people. It is not. It has moved out to sea, and it's not expected to return to shore. Officials have warned people in North Carolina to stay at home and do not take unnecessary risks. The hurricane was the strongest to hit the region in a decade. It kept the hurricane strength with winds at least 110 177 kilometers an hour for 17 days. In Haiti, the poorest country in Latin America, it destroyed tens of thousands of homes, leaving more than 60,000 people staying in temporary shelters. The UN humanitarian co-coordinator in Haiti, I'm not going to pronounce he or she thing because it's really hard to pronounce, said that we are not far from having 1 million people who are in urge in need of humanitarian assistance. The crops were destroyed, putting the pressure on food resources, and at least 13 people have died from um, I can't pronounce the name of the disease following widespread flooding, raising fears of an outbreak similar to that after the 2010 earthquake, when nearly 10,000 people died. And that, and some of the in other countries, including France and the United States, have pledged to send aid, and the Red Cross has launched an emergency appeal for 6.9 million dollars, and UNICEF said it needed at least 5 million to make immediate needs of 500,000 people, if 500,000 affected children. But one of the aid workers has seen some people have started to pick up blockades and try to stop aid convoys, and they saw driving through their areas without stopping. And that Hurricane Matthew has downgraded to a post-tropical cyclone on early Sunday, and the winds reduced to 75 miles per hour and has passed over southeastern United States, but has still brought substantial damage, flooding cities, knocking out electricity power for millions of homes and businesses, and 2 million people were ordered to leave their homes. Out of the 16 people who are so far known have died, nearly half of them were in North Carolina. Some were swept by the floodwaters while in their vehicles. Some were killed by fallen trees, or some suffocated in carbon monoxide fumes from generators, and one elderly man was pinned to the ground by his electric wheelchair. Four people have been reported missing in the city of Fayetteville in the state. So I think you can really get the general sense of what I'm saying. That Hurricane Matthew has was probably the most devastating storm ever. Probably. Well, I don't know if that's the case or not, but I think you kind of get my general point. Any anyway, ways. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, here's a here here's another interesting article. This is from CBC News Calgary. And this one's titled "Prairie Farmers Take a Financial Hit as Oil and Gas Slow Down Stalls Drilling Rigs." Uh, let's see. For 56-year-old farmer Shannon Weave, waking up Friday to 6 inches of snow coating his grain fields near Wayne. Oh, I can't pronounce the name of the town, anyways. Saskatchewan. The frustration is an interrupted harvest window for now. Over worried about the ongoing oil and gas drilling turn down. Like many prairie farmers, has used his steady paycheck from working on the drilling rigs in the winter and summer months for decades to pay down his land and equipment debt and stabilize his farm income. He has been able to leave the rig to attend his farm in the spring and fall and go back to the oil patch when the dry weather or frozen ground allows drilling to ramp up again. What was I gonna say? What else? Uh, uh, oh, and at the time when he should transitioning from the wheat fields to the oil fields, he's stuck in his family farm in Weave, Saskatchewan, waiting for a call. The rig he manages in Alberta has was shut down last December 18th for Chris rig and hasn't been contacted to work ever since. So, so I think you really kind of get the sense of what I'm saying, type of thing. That when stuff like that happens, it really takes a financial hit on certain people. It really takes a financial hit on certain people, and that's so yeah. What else? Um, anyways, I hope for you people that are planning on, going out tonight to your family Thanksgiving dinners or even torn at. The only message I can give to you folks on you that may be on YouTube that are going to your families either today or tomorrow, please do not drink and drive, and do not use your cell phone to call or text while you're driving, because you never know, it's going to cost you your life, and you're not going to be making it home because you're going to be in the back of a hearse because of your own stupidity. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be brutal. I'm not trying to be an a-hole about it. I'm just stating the fact that this is the Thanksgiving long weekend, and people need to be reminded that they don't drink and drive, and don't use your cell phone when you're not supposed to. And what else? I think that's pretty much wraps up my show for today. This has been another edition of my show, The Stuart Dahl Show. For you young people, just stay in school, stay out of trouble, and you'll do fine. And for you older people, just enjoy life, type of thing. Life is precious, type of thing. You know what I mean? But also on that note, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you people that may be on YouTube, that may be in Canada or any other country and that, that I'm wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and eat lots of turkey, all that good stuff and that, and just remember to drink responsibly and that. So on that note, I'll be the same. Bye bye, and stay cool, my friends, and have a nice Thanksgiving. Bye bye for now.